Sound resumed.
And I forgot to unmute myself, so I am back again. So we are back.
That's strike number 3, Verdi.
Okay, I'm out.
Strike number 3.
How many strikes do I have? Like 1,000? Okay, then I'm fine.
I don't know. That's like the 3rd time, so I just kind of just do the whole unmute thing.
Okay, so let's keep a list, guys. So on the chat, keep a list. How often I forgot to unmute myself. So we're in the ban and pick phase. And we see Battlefield and Breach, Papercut and Versace banned. So we see Calypso, Numb and Valiant.
I'm actually a really big fan of Calypso. I'm glad that we get to see that one this time around. So Calypso, Valley, and then Nub.
Yeah.
Going to be the 3 maps played, and I'm excited, especially because Calypso is going to probably be the first map.
Yeah.
So
I like it. I like Calypso too because it's one of the only maps which are pretty open, you know. So
exactly.
You have the environment working for you, and not a map like Numb, for example, where you're like totally bogged up, or like this map here, Valiant. It's like so cornered up and you know, it's like Watch Your Back, and Watch Your Back has been awful.
It like leaves a lot of room for pop shots, but you don't get to kind of just get back into your free setup like this, you know. Calypso kind of has that whole green valleys and
exactly,
I guess, type of thing back when that used to be a big hardcore map, but obviously now,
all like
good stuff.
Crossroads, for example, has been a good
Crossroads and Green Valleys.
Yeah, exactly.
Hot Dog, great maps.
Yeah,
I miss them. I miss
them.
them.
Yeah, me too.
Maps.
I said, I mean, I said, let's make a mod, program a mod, Elite Classic, Shootmania Elite Classic. No wall jumping, no rocket shooting, the classic Elite gaming, you know, with the classic maps, the castle, Crossroads, etc. And you go with your fellow United States team, Team Carbon.
From Americans. Got it from Americans. So we got V on the attack side this time around with Hit playing up in the high ground, Frasca as well, playback and Radic by the arches. So V gonna try to make it happen, missing Hit by 26 centimeters, not quite the heartbreaker. 23 seconds to the goalpost can be capped, another close miss. All 3 armor stacks are left indeed with all 3 defenders. And we get to see the hardcore defense from eXeS now on the Calypso. So Radic playing that goalpost defense, doing the pole dance. V was looking for a potential pick, but did not quite make it happen. 5 seconds till the goalpost can be capped. Time is taken away here when we get the start of the pick. Gets the pick onto Frasca. So all 3 armors, 2 defenders left. It's Hip and Radic. Get all 3 of those. 10 seconds left in the round. Taking 1 shot from Hip. So 2 armors, 2 defenders. Taking 1 more from Hip. Can Hip get the triple tap? Hat-trick on defense. And Hip making the plays.
Yeah. So, but I have to say, Team Carbon looks a bit better than Critical Gaming. V seriously moved better. He had a better movement. I don't know. Have you seen some direct competition between those teams? Have you seen that?
It was a long time ago whenever I did the Crit Gaming tournament, so it's been a long time.
Okay. So we see a totally different defending setup here. Marvels on the on the left pillar there, V at the Iron Tower, and Tasty Rabbit at the high ground. So Radic is trying to get onto Marvels, and now he's having a shot onto V here, and takes on V. There was the call from Marvels was a bit late, and now it's up to Tasty Rabbit to take down Radic, but Radic just easily caps the pole.
So nice 2-point startup lead right now. We'll see if Marvels though can turn the tide here, get an offensive turn for Team Carbon. And now we'll see eXeS again going back into those typical defense positions that they have been. Hip on the high ground, Fraskin playing up there, and then Radic by the arches. So Fraskin playing over basically by the post. So 20 seconds, taking 1 shot, picks up Fraskin. 1-for-1 trade, I guess you could say. 2 armors left, 2 defenders. 23 seconds to the goalpost can be capped. And it's Marvels again on offense for Team Carbon. Hip and Radic, 2 very good defenders. Now we get to see Marvels with a close miss, 32 centimeters. Obviously not the heartbreaker. 10 seconds to goalpost cap. Radic with some nice shots. He's just strafing and throwing out some shots. 5 seconds to go. Post can be capped. 1 left for Marvels. Gets pick on Radek, and now it's hit versus the world. But he jumps right into it. Hit for the movement prediction, and 3-0. eXeS possibly looking for a foul swoop here, making it happen. 3-0.
Gansby joins the chat, and we see.
Is that my boy?
Yeah, your boy, the Magic Gansby, and we see eXeS Hip attacking here, going for Tasty Rabbit onto the high ground. Now Marvel's still on his position. V making a hit with a drive-by rocket here. He's V now at the metal tower. Hip outmoving V. And now the calls work for V, and V does the double tap. So his team called, you saw it. The team called what Hip is doing, and yeah, he could just outmove him and leave some rockets right left them.
Oh man, here we go though. It's Tasty Rabbit now. Bat and cleanup for Team Carbon. Again, those typical positions from eXeS. So they did get their defensive turnaround. And it's 3-1 right now in favor of Team eXeS, so we'll see if Team Carbon can turn it with Tasty Rabbit. But he does tank 1 shot from Fraskin. Basically picks up Hip on the high ground, so now it's a 2v1 with 2 armor stacks. And I tell you what, 20 seconds to the goalpost, can be capped, picks up the kill, Radek goes down, and now it is basically Fraskin versus the world. 2 armor stacks for Tasty Rabbit, 13 to goalpost cap, barely missing on the Fraskin, knocks the point, the Heartbreaker picks him up. Captain rotation, 3-2, and the first offensive round for Team Carbon.
I have to say, I nearly spit my coffee. That rail, the last rail, was amazing, was it? I mean, close to the rocket was bouncing onto the metal tower, and he shot through. If he shot like a millisecond before, he would have shot the rocket there. So now Fraskin moving up, trying to find Tasty Rabbit, but Tasty Rabbit moved. They are not onto that high ground here. TC using totally different tactics all the time. Now it's Fraskin outmoving Tasty Rabbit here, and yeah, could this mean that there was a mistake here? Now we see Fraskin down to 1 life here. Marvels and V taking down 2 armors. Now Fraskin needs to move around that bridge to find an open spot here, and V's so open. It should have been punished here by Fraskin, and Fraskin cannot land the railgun here onto Marvels, and Marvels just stands there and saying, hey, here's my rocket for you.
If he can get this offensive round, if Team Carbon can take the lead 4-3, I don't see how eXeS could stop them from snowballing it all the way through. But we'll see. That has to rely on V right now to try and get the offensive turnaround again. Basically coming up the right side now, possibly looking for a trade, barely missing Fraskin by 20 centimeters. Looking for him again, as a matter of fact. He's not going to quite make the strafe. Trying to go for free fire. Now Fraskin go a little bit aggressive, rated for 1 shot. 2 armors left, 1 left. Fraskin and Radek both trading shots off. Give 1 more. Give Hip 1. That way we can have some mutual destruction. I tell you what, 15 seconds to go, post capture. And V with a 1 armor stack versus all 3 defenders of eXeS. Just gotta have to let that one go, and he will do just that. As Radek takes him down 2 shots, 4-3. eXeS retake the lead.
Wow. So we now see the almighty, strong-armed, stone guy, whatever, the defender of the year, in my opinion, Radek, attacking for Team eXeS eSports. And I have to say, Team Carbon is doing an awesome job here. Different tactics makes it so hard to adapt to, and yeah, Radek is being called all the time, and the spam is good so far. No hits landed. First rocket there by Tasty Rabbit. Nice spam there, but Marvels had to peek there. He shouldn't have been peeking. And yeah, now it's a 2-2 situation. It's tied up again. Tasty Rabbit needs to go down now. Tasty Rabbit going down, being punished for dropping down. So ballsy. And V is being punished too. And this is Ding Ding. We go 1-0 in attacks. What is Ding Ding? Was there a joke?
Ding Ding?
Yeah, Ding Ding. Okay.
Ding Ding.
Ding Ding.
Here.
We see Marvels
coming up the middle. 5-3. Desperately need an offensive round at this point for Carbon to try and basically bring themselves back in this one. Looking for a pick on the Hip on the high ground. Now looking for Fraskin as well. Doesn't quite bend it. 2 centimeters. That is such a heartbreaker. Hip picks up 1 shot. Fraskin the other one. Now Radek kind of coming up as well. But Fraskin with the shot from the backside. 6-3. And Marvels goes down. So still, Team Carbon looking, just holding on to that 1 offensive round from Tasty Rabbit.
Yeah, so far. Now we see Hip here. Hip going, yeah, over the right side to the jump pad here. God, nearly getting the pick onto Tasty Rabbit there. And now he tries to go up to Tasty Rabbit, but that jump didn't work out as planned. That actually reminded me of the bug on Paladin there, going up with that jump. Now we see Hip trying to get onto V here, moving onto the metal tower, but Tasty Rabbit doing a good job in spamming there. V also doing a good job in spamming into the corner where Hip was standing, and the calls work again. Tasty Rabbit on the pole, on the right time. People are closing in, and this is how you do it.
Yeah, Carmen's been fairly solid on defense with the exception of a couple slip-ups, but we'll see if Tasty Rabbit can give his team another offensive turn.
Say that again.
So,
slip-ups?
Slip-up?
You just were like slip-up.
Slip-up.
Okay, that's
It's
funny.
4 a.m.
Yeah, okay.
Tasty Rabbit, though, with that offensive turn.
Maybe a
Here we go. 6-4. Gonna try to make it happen now. Looking for one on Fraskin. Barely missed 57. 2 armors left right now. 1 armor left, as a matter of fact. Fraskin and Raiden both trading shots off. Give one to him for the mutual destruction, hopefully. And I tell you what, 18 seconds to almost kill me. Captain gets taken down. Raiden from the backside. It's like, I see what you're doing. And I don't like it. 7-4. eXeS starting to dominate.
eXeS Fraskin jumping around, delaying some. I mean, the delay also interrupts some playstyle of the defenders, making them a bit nervous. Where is he? Probably showing themselves at a bad timing. And Fraskin now trying to get onto Tasty Rabbit again, who's on the far right high ground. And positioning here is still the same. We have Tasty Rabbit on the high ground. We have Marvels at the Fire Pillar high ground, and we have TCID's V at the metal tower. Now Fraskin moves around and he's being called there, and Marvel's doing a good job on double tapping Fraskin. Fraskin now with 1 life against 2 defenders, and this is pretty hard now for him. And oh my god, the rockets! How could Tasty Rabbit miss them? Oh my god! Fraskin keeping the nerves together and taking the attack for eXeS eSports.
Are you kidding me? That was awesome. That was clutcher kick. He just clutched it up better than I've ever seen in my life. And now all the pressure's on V to stay alive on the first map. 8-4. If he doesn't win this turn, then his team loses that first map. So here we go. Here we go. Looking for a pick onto him. Not gonna happen. All 3 armors are still there. Typical positioning for eXeS. Why is my name so small font?
My name is so font. My name is mega small font there.
Mega small font.
Yeah.
Oh man, all 3 of those armors. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 10 seconds to go. Almost Kibby Cat picks up Radix of V. Be going for a little bit of a clutch himself. We'll see if he can make it happen. 5 seconds to goalpost Cap. And he's just camping on the goalpost. Hit's gonna come down, get caught in midair, and now it's Fraskin versus the world. All 3 armors. Waiting for the cooldowns, doing the pole dance best he can. 10 seconds left in the round. Fraskin actually comes off the pole, gets him forced off, heads him 1 shot. 2 armors still left. He's going for the cap. 1 armor left, gets the cap, and stays alive on offense. Nice clutch by V to keep Team Carbon going.
And there you see how strong eXeS. I have to say, eXeS eSports has one of the best defenses I've seen. They are so strong in defending. Even the single skill against 3 armors, they're doing so good, so routined. This is awesome. So now we see Radek here, the master of disaster of the defense here. Yeah, and the offense. I mean, we have been seeing him doing amazing offense attacks here. Now he's at the pole bridge, trying to get onto Marbles again, getting him to peek. But then there comes V, makes him forced to move around. Now V is at the metal tower and putting a rocket into the face of Radek here. And again, Tasty Rabbit comes down and just seals the deal for his team Carbon. Now Marbles on the attack.
And the pressure's all on again, because remember, 2-9 must win by 2, so Marvels has to win this one to keep his team alive in the map, but that defense from eXeS definitely not going to want to let that one happen, so Marvel's going to have to go against all odds right now, ladies and gentlemen. Barely missing Radek by 41 centimeters. He's still got all 3 of those armors, and the positioning from eXeS has just been basically the same. Hip on the high ground, Fraskin playing up by the cages and stuff, and then of course a long way in the back. A double tap from Fraskin. One armor left for Marvels. Radic was playing by the archers. I'm going to keep the same thing going. Radic's like, I see what you're doing. And I just don't like it.
This is GG.
9-6.
You have to say, I mean, Team Carbon made 2 attacks against eXeS eSports. And we saw Insomniac having a hard time getting attacks through at eXeS eSports. I mean, they are doing insanely good. And they are, in my opinion, one of the best US teams there is, and you can compare them to the others. I mean, the result was 9-6, okay? But they had 2 attacks against 3 attacks. This is nothing. This is nothing. They punished every error of eXeS instantly. So this
they do look a lot better than other North American competitions. So
exactly,
you have to give them a lot of props. But we are back right now into map number 2 with Radic starting off the attack side. So I'm gonna let you take this one so I can keep the handle on the North American bros.
You are most welcome. I take Radic here for you, and we see eXeS Radic using the teleporter and getting onto V. V being a little bit slow here. He should have used the rocket dodge there to get away from Radic. Radic now aiming onto Tasty Rabbit, and Marvel's, well, the positioning is nearly the same as the Dot Pixel positioning. And yeah, now Marvel's hit Radic. Radic is still close to the pole. 6 seconds, 5 seconds to capture. Now we have Tasty Rabbit jumping down. So ballsy. And yeah, Marvel's also. So they should have baited here. You know, they should have baited him a bit, waited for the rail, then drop down, and then just eat him. But maybe Radic knew it. So they should have spammed there onto the pole to get down at a certain point. But now we see V.
So first offensive go around, eXeS coming up big with the offensive turn for Radic on the first turn. We'll see if V can basically match that, but very difficult. So V trying to get the picks. Remember, the defensive positioning is basically Fraskin up in the front with Radic along the way far left backside, and then of course hit on the low ground, basically strafing up and through the entire time. So 1 armor left for V right now. Hit picks up 1 shot. 1 armor left for V. 12 seconds to the goalpost can be captured. Barely missing on a hit by 28 centimeters. He's going up to the high ground again, looking for it. 5 seconds, trying to go for Fraskin. The shot is just not there, though, ladies and gentlemen. So he's got that 1 armor. Fraskin's like, I see what you're doing. Get that weak stuff out of here. 2-0, and no dice on offense for Team Carbon gives Team eXeS a 2-point lead.
So now we see Hip here failing with the robe. Someone should go to Hip. Gansby, if you're in the chat, go to Hip and hit him into his back head. This is like, oh my god! This was such a surprise here for Marbles, and they didn't see him using the teleporter that fast. Now V nearly got it close. He got his eyebrows shaved there by the laser. Now Hip again out moving Tasty Rabbit here with the teleporter, using the teleporter so fast, and V. Oh my god, Hip! Trolling doesn't work. And okay, well, he doesn't need to troll.
Wow.
He just flick shots it, and wow.
He just baited the teleporter twice.
Yeah, he just baited. There was and so fast. Yeah, he just knew where he would.
Oh my god. Hashtag offense the dream.
Yeah.
Back tomorrow, middle of the pack, 14 Carbon. Look for a pick, Hip along the left side, but shots coming from basically all around. He's gonna move. Is he going for gold? Trying to go, missing Hip by 5 centimeters. That is definitely a heartbreaker. 20 seconds to go. Post can be capped. Taking 1 shot from Radic. 2 armors now left. 4 Marvels. Barely dodged out of the pre-fire shots here. Frasco on the high ground again. So 10 seconds to goalpost cap time. Taking 1 more shot from Hip. And now 1 armor left versus all 3 defenders. What can Marvel do for Team Carbon? He'll just get taken down by Radic. And that is basically 4-0. The question is, can Fraskin go on offense too to keep this streak alive for eXeS and give them the chance for the sweep?
So now we see Fraskin. Fraskin showed us yesterday that he's not the one to be messed with. And yeah, it's 4-0. Fraskin could take it to the 5-0 lead with 3 attacks for Team eXeS eSports. And yeah, now V learned and has been better movement here. Fraskin already down to 2 armors. Now Fraskin needs to do something. He's moving around, and there was the ping already from Team Carbon. You have seen that on my screen here, and they knew Fraskin was doing that, and V got punished. No, V hit Fraskin. Now Fraskin is down to 1 life, 1v1 situation for eXeS Fraskin, and he just takes down V, who's wide in the open. Why was he doing that?
eXeS look so good right now. I don't know if it's the competition or what, but Carbon has been looking, you know, pretty good for the most part, but they're just getting shut out right now. We'll see if Testy Rabbit can turn that around, but everybody on eXeS in their first 3 offensive turns basically takes victory. So now Testy Rabbit will try to make that happen for Team Carbon. I tell you what, going through, looking for a pick, trying to make something happen. He's going for hip now, ladies and gentlemen. Does not quite get the pick. Taking 1 shot, 2 shot, hip with a double tap. 1 armor left, 17 seconds to goalpost, capture Reno. And now, laying it back, playing it a little bit slow. 8 seconds. He's got that 1 armor versus all 3 defenders. He's got to get a pick to make this even plausible. He does. Hip goes down, and now it's Radic coming down from the high ground along the fence. Fraskin kind of snuck behind, and he just sneaks up. Get out of here. 6-0 eXeS, looking for a potential shutout.
That was, well, actually the first rail to hit, right? No, yeah. The first rail to hit for Team Carbon. And Team Carbon is having a hard time here on that map. I think, wasn't it the pick of, no, that was the pick of eXeS, right? You can see it. eXeS is so strong on that map here. And Team Carbon still has some yeah, minor coordination problems. Now they're spamming onto the teleporter because they are so afraid that Raduk is doing some baiting again with the teleporter here. And now Raduk has no view onto the defenders. He's having a hard time. We have 6 seconds left onto the pole capture. And Tasty Rabbit, what the hell is he doing there? Dropping down, being punished by Raduk. Raduk down to 2 HP. 1 armor, and it's just, yeah, first round for Team Carbon.
The Daladave?
It's
not
the
Daladave.
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 The Daladave, the beast. What up?
Where's my GG button?
Where's, yeah, the
oh,
GG,
man.
let's say.
Dalapoopoo.
Dalapoopoo. Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Oh god.
Joke.
Oh, yeah, cost it.
V's already got those 2 armor stacks left. Took 1 from pre-fire, now 6-1. So Team Carbon did get their first points, but Hip happened once 1 armor left for V and Team Carbon. He'll go down to Hip, just making it look easy, 7-1. And eXeS looking for an easy 2-0 swoop of Team Carbon.
Sorry. Dalapoopoo.
Dalapoopoo.
Okay, eXeS Hip. Okay. Yeah, so we see Hip. Hip was the one baiting around with the teleporter, and he's probably doing the same now. But he's taking the other teleporter here, and he's waiting for Marbles to do a mistake here. V, and they didn't change any positioning, and Hip doing the teleporter again. But there is V with 2 rockets and Tasty Rabbit. They finish it up, and yeah, they wrapped it up, and they're with it 2 rounds now for Team Carbon.
Unfortunately, I do think it's going to take a lot more than that to keep Team Carbon in this one. I mean, just keeping up on defense for eXeS would basically seal them the round in a couple of turns. But Marvel's getting pretty close to Fraskin, 7-2. Remember, all 3 of those armors, all 3 defenders looking for a potential pick. Radek missed by 23 centimeters. So 20 seconds to goalpost capture time, and he just keeps looking for the pick on the left side high ground. Radek, and just no dice so far. Now catches out Frasco on a nice pop shot, 360 no scope. Definitely coming around. All 3 armors left for Marvels. 7 seconds to goalpost capture time, and now Radek and Hip both come down. They're on the low ground. They're gonna try to bait this one out, trying to get a pick off. He's going for cap. Tank 1-2, and Hip and Radek with a defensive stand when it looked like the pick might be enough to save at eXeS. 8-2, and now Fraskin can seal the deal right here.
That was sad for Team Carbon. Marvels did a marvelous job there. But yeah, but this is how you move to the pole at the timer. You have seen that by eXeS, not like Carbon dropping down. Now we see Fraskin. Fraskin, always good for a surprise here, just taking down 3 people with 1 armor left. Now Fraskin is going for V. Can V dodge it? No, V cannot dodge it. And it's been called too late there by his teammates. Now Fraskin is out with 3 lives and taking down Marvels at the pole, which was a pretty hard rail there. Now we just have... yeah, we just have... Tasty Rabbit left. Tasty Rabbit, can he do it against Fraskin? I don't think so, says Fraskin. Close. And that was...
stuff out of here.
That was just the flick rail to say... yes, I'm still here, and you are there, and see ya, bye-bye. I have to say, that was a pretty good match, even to see. Even if eXeS eSports showed that they are one of the top games of, well, teams of the world, but if Team Carbon keeps it up like this, you know, they can be something. I mean, they played good. Ice Marvels... yeah, everyone did good. Even Critical Gaming, they can be good. The problem is the community of Shootmania in the US is not that big, is it?
It's not big at all, and that's why they're scrim partners. They just like pub late at 8, you know. They don't get a lot of experience that these EU players do. So, yeah, that does hinder their performance a lot, but yeah, something that needs to be worked on. So, yeah, not like they played. I mean, didn't have a very awesome game, but there is untapped potential there that I'm sure will be found at some point. But eXeS, as a matter of fact, did look absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
And that's going to carry over. They look great going into their next set.
Exactly. And, I mean, eXeS has been playing here. I mean, they warmed up. They showed a very solid performance. Team Carbon, which flew right over the ocean just to get there to that event, also, yeah, let's say they pracked with a 200 ping against other teams, which is not that easy. Okay, so you have to give credit to all participating teams there, and even if they're losing, thank you for the entertainment, and thank you for the viewers to tune in, and thank you even Osomniac and the guys in the chat who are live at the ESWC 2014 right now at the Paris Games Week. Thank you again for the entertainment and for having us cast the games here. And also, remember, Shootmania, for the people who don't know the game, Shootmania is free to play. Go on to shootmania.com, download the game, participate in tournaments, play it with the matchmaking, play Elite, and qualify for the maybe next ESWC or any other major tournament there's going to be. What do you have to say about that, Nick?
Ding ding.
Ding ding. Good.
Ding ding.
So, yeah, we just going to make a Dala Poo Poo here, and I'm going to go into the commercial break.
That's never gonna get old.
I know. Dala Dave just lost it with that.
I love that guy.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah, commercial break here.